So first we have Bachira, who has multiple personalities, and now even Hiori is acting bipolar. Blue Lock really needs some better mental health care. Yo, what's going on everybody? It's Animasu, as always, bringing you guys another weekly chapter review. In today's video, I'll be giving you all an in-depth analysis on Blue Lock's 235th chapter, The Reason You Were Born. If you guys enjoyed these types of videos, please be sure to subscribe to the channel, comment on my videos, and even join the community Discord if that interests you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and please enjoy the video. So as we all know, the last chapter actually ended with Barou getting a block off on Isagi and Kaiser's shot, leading to the ball just bouncing straight into the sky. The intro text for this chapter says, even with Isagi and Hiori syncing up perfectly, they couldn't actually produce the winning goal. With the ball popping high up into the air and the field's chaotic intensity increasing, show us your new winning vision, egoist. Literally everyone is looking up at this loose ball, with even Isagi there thinking in his head. To score this winning goal, he and Hiori are just still one piece short. Now I don't know what Luffy has to do with this, but if Isagi bullshits one more time talking about just one more piece, I'm going to lose my mind. With Fukaku Gen then yelling out to his team about the loose ball, Kunigami and Aryu were then both shown with intense looks on their faces, and as I predicted, they'll both be dueling for this header. Before Kunigami could even come fully off of the ground, my man Aryu has already leaped plenty high enough, clearing the ball away while even being clotheslined by the guy. Now Kunigami is obviously shown to be furious with this loss here, as all he can do is just watch the ball reach its next destination. Aiku and Kaiser are then shown to be watching the ball fly their way, and while Aiku is trying to be patient, Kaiser is trying to get him to get a move on. With both of these powerhouses clamping down and holding off one another, the ball has finally approached as Kaiser and Aiku are tied up in a pretzel. There. With Isagi's Metavision eyes picking up on the exact timing, Yoichi himself has actually managed to leap in and clear the ball away, even while holding off the big man Barou. While screaming out for him, Isagi's clearance even ends up right back with Hiori, who we see here lunging forward to receive this ball. The only person shown to be at his front currently is Nico alone, but Hiori's position was also unexpected to the Ubers. One more. Holding up his finger while yelling to Hiori, Isagi is immediately ready to run it back with his trusted duo here, as there is no room for failure. Hiori realizes as well that if Isagi is asking for his passes, then he must still believe in him too. Also bearing a determined face himself, Hiori is finally ready to make his mark, with assisting Isagi's winning goal. We then get to see an overhead view of the entire field and Hiori's positioning here, which allows us to see every player nearby. Hiori and Isagi are preparing to reset their attack. They just need to surpass their previous winning visions and create a brand new one. As Isagi is glaring over at the OG himself, Fukaku Gen, Hiori too is feeling this exact same heat. While his eyes shift back into the Metavision pattern, Hiori personally wants to surpass all of these expectations that Isagi is having for him. As he then sprints forward with the ball though, that's it. Shoot, yo. We expect great things from you. Hiori suddenly hears the voices of his mom and father right in his head, ringing loud just like a bad dream. Become number one. Do you hear me? Number one. We believe in you. These figments of the past are now haunting Hiori, halting his thinking completely in place. He then remembers that from the very start, his parents had heaped these exact kinds of expectations on him. He hated this so much that going to Blue Lock was actually his escape, an escape from these heavy expectations. With Nico now far closer, leaving maybe a 4-foot gap, Hiori is panicking in this situation while thinking of his past. Even though his parents' expectations were what made him run away, all he's doing right now is just living up to somebody else's, Isagi-kun's. While even Isagi yelling out for him to pass the damn ball, Hiori also realizes that he doesn't even mind the expectations from Isagi here. Being confused by this dilemma, Hiori cannot figure out what the right answer is. One side of him is pushing to assist Isagi in every way possible, while the other, shoot. Isn't that what a striker's all about? A ghostly silhouette of Ego is then even shown to be over the field, basically encouraging Hiori to take this shot. With Hiori then looking shocked as if he made a realization, he remembers exactly what Blue Lock has instilled into him. Even glaring his eyes onto the top left net, Hiori starts to wonder if that missing piece is actually his shooting ability. Just then, however, Isagi once again begins to scream out for Hiori as he's just broken past Aiku. While his duo is screaming out for him to look over, Hiori is having second doubts within his head about what is right. After all, Isagi is the reason he's managed to get this far. Even with Isagi screaming his lungs out for Hiori to give him the ball, there's still just that voice in the back of his brain. Shoot. This voice is telling him to take the shot himself, leaving Hiori with no clue on what the right choice is. With us then even having another flashback to this same Karasu scene, Hiori is once again remembering that he needs to believe in himself. Find something that truly gets your blood pumping. If you don't start there, you'll just keep running in circles. And while Hiori seems to understand, I just won't tolerate this. I said in the theory video that there's no way they'll do this, but I guess there is. Flashback City is indeed booming this week, and not even with new scenes. Anyways, with even more flashbacks that we've already seen, Hiori realizes that he's never taken his future into his own hands. Up until now, his parents have just decided everything for him. He'd blame them when things didn't go right, to then just run away from everything he didn't want to do. This was all done to avoid him getting hurt, as he finally realizes what his missing piece is. Nobody will ever love me, or even give a shit about me. Although it sounds like harsh words to himself, Hiori's realization here is actually one of self-confidence and motivation. As we see Hiori leap past Nico while pulling back his leg, he explains that he was always afraid of being alone and abandoned by everyone else. Although he pretends to be some sort of stoic person, Hiori knows that he's actually a pathetic and cowardly one, who'd just been running away from every single problem. From now on, however, he isn't just going to hide behind all of these expectations that others place on him. Preparing to swing his leg through, Hiori makes the choice to only believe in himself now, fully trusting his own decisions. With memories from the past crackling all around him to symbolize this released burden, Hiori says that even if he ends up becoming alone and abandoned after this, then it'll be fine with him. With his eyes then indicating his full immersion into the flow state, Hiori knows that if he was truly born for the sole purpose of playing football, then this shot will be his answer. While swinging his leg through and shooting off the ball, Hiori is actually aimed for the goal himself. In an attempt to create his own future with his own choices, Hiori's memories and regrets can be seen all around him, shattering into the wind. Isagi's reaction to this too is even shown to be one of surprise, and interestingly enough, puzzle pieces are even shown to be generating on his body. On the next page, however, Isagi's face seems to be one of full surprise, with Hiori's shot flying right on by him. Nico and Aiku were then both shown attempting to step in the block, but neither are even close enough to make contact. Aiku is then shown to be visibly shaken from Hiori shooting, with even Lorenzo saying that it was all unexpected. No matter though, the big Don Lorenzo is actually pretty close to stopping this shot, however Kaiser actually manages to hold him off. With the ball then making its way past Lorenzo and Kaiser, Kunigami and Ryu, the one person staring it down from its front, the one person there to stop it, is Sendo Shudo, U20 Japan's former ace striker. This boy is yelling out war cries and everything for this moment, as he focuses purely on Hiori's shot itself. With the shot nearly 7 feet away from the net, Fukakugen is already moving into position to make this save. Meanwhile, Sendo is flying through the air with his leg up, with Sendo's foot then barely grazing the ball to pop it upward. Hiori's shot has now been thrown off course. With the ball then hitting the crossbar to then bounce back down and up in the air, Sendo Shudo has actually denied Hiori this winning goal. I mean, while I did expect him to do something this game, just wow, I did not expect this important of a showing from our GOAT Sendo. Hiori's reaction is then shown, and I kid you not, we just have an entire half page of this dedicated to our bro looking mortified, no text at all. Igaguri is yelling out too about how close it was, and Aiku as usual is complimenting Sendo's efforts. With Hiori then being shown again nearly crying, he says that, I knew it. I wasn't a person who was born to play football after all. This kid is literally so down on himself after only missing one single shot that he's literally over here contemplating if he should even play the sport. I mean, that is wild. Nice, Hiori. Isagi, on the other hand, is juiced up just one page later. Puzzle pieces all around him. Aura twirling like a damn tornado. Immersed deeply into his flow state, the loose ball's reflection can even be seen within Isagi's pupil here, as he's finally found it. His ultimate winning formula has been discovered. At the last second, Sendo has tipped Hiori's shot into the crossbar to keep this game tied at 2-2. Even though things have not gone as planned, Hiori might have given Isagi a clue there to his missing piece. It's now time to take charge of this chaos and score this winning goal. Use your missing piece to close it out, you egoist. With that, Blue Lock's Chapter 235 is completely over, with only one thing to look at now. Chapter 236's title is listed to be Sayonara, and this is expected to release at its normal time. I believe this can maybe refer to either Isagi or Hiori saying goodbye to their old selves, as I have a pretty good idea on what Isagi's piece really is. If you guys have any ideas yourself that you'd like to share to be in this upcoming theory video, make sure to place your speculation either down in the comment section or within my community Discord. As always, thank you ladies and gentlemen so much for tuning into the channel. If you enjoyed this high quality content and would like to support me, please feel free to subscribe to my channel, comment on my videos, and even tune into these weekly spoiler streams that I hope to be doing. I hope you all continue to have an amazing day, and I'll see you all in the next video.